Right, so let's start taking all the bits and pieces out then. Bit of rubbish. Nicely sealed. Obviously the back of the chair, so it's a charcoal grey with a blue, cyan blue branding. I guess that's the phrase. More the old black foam. Caster base, which is the first thing that we have to put together. Foam. Somebody's got seat, which we'll just pop over here. I think I'll do an Andy Morse here. Maybe in the old box. Nice. Oh, you can feel the gel. It's kind of a silica memory foam. It was nice. So anyway, that's the head cushion. What else have we got in here? This is the accessories. The accessories pack, which includes, I think, the toolkit. See this. So there's the hydraulic piston, lever handles, the wheels, side covers. Nicely done. Very nicely done. So yeah, there's all these little accessories, which I'm going to have to take apart because the wheels are the first thing that need to go on the chair, and that is the famous SecretLab toolkit. So there's a little huge Allen key, a hex drill bit, or screw bit, which goes onto there. So put that back in there for 2 seconds to finish. Nicely done though. I mean, it just all fits together really nicely. It kind of feels, I don't want to take it apart. It's so nicely done. So nicely done. Right, what else have we got in here? We've got the base, the attachment between the base of the chair and the casters and the piston. I think that's it. The bit I missed, or I can't see yet, is the back support, but that's probably somewhere else, I'm hoping. Right, an empty box. Let's put some bits and pieces back. Right, so the first thing is to take the old wheelbase out of its plastic. I'd forgotten actually that these chairs come, or this particular chair, comes with the backrest built into the chair, so you adjust it with a dial on the side, a knob on the side, rather than it being a separate attachable backrest, which is really cool. It was one of the reasons I wanted this chair, because those other things are a pain in the bottom, whereas this you can just kind of turn it, get the right. Right, now anybody that remembers my famous Swiss Army knife, which took a huge chunk out of my finger last time that I did an unboxing video, not very successfully, but it's back, and it's very sharp. So yeah, first things first, really well packaged. I mean, really well packaged. That is a superb single piece of metal fabrication. Beautiful finish to it. So smack the old 5.1 there. First thing we have to do is put the wheels in. And the wheels come in a box. So just take the bits and pieces out of the box. Uno, due, tre, quattro, cinque. So five wheels, and I don't think there's anything special about this other than just popping them in. Sometimes, yeah, so they're kind of, once they're in, they're in. We'll just, yeah, once they go in, you turn it over, the weight tends to do the rest. Yeah, going in nicely. So that's easy. Not a lot to do there. It's absolutely boiling, by the way. It's a tiny little room that I've got here, and I don't know what it is outside, but it is ridiculously hot, and it's about 6:30 p.m. so yeah, very hot. Anyway, there they are, they're in there, and as I say, just a little bit of push all around just to make sure that it's all embedded. Next thing I have to do, same box, is to take out the piston, which is a hydraulic base. Typically they just sit in there like that. Much more than that. That goes on the top, and then the seat on top of there. That's that job. So that's it, that's the first two pieces done. Next. Right, so next thing we have to do is remove some screws from the backrest. So carefully slice packaging, because what you don't want to do is cut the chair in any way. It would be a disaster. There it is. It smells like a fish. Let's forgive it, it's almost certainly the material. Give it a little couple of days, that will dissipate. And there's that, there's the knob for the backrest. That's easy, like it. So we have to remove these screws on both sides. Our little fish. What's that down there? So another sealed for quality, it says. So feels really nice actually. I have been in two minds about whether to get a fabric one or a PU, which is a kind of fake leather. And the problem with the fake leather, they look really nice, but when it's warm, and it gets really warm in this little room, you know, I've got so much equipment, 3 monitors, a 5.1 amp, a PlayStation, 4K Sony television, 3 monitors, a PC. It gets like an oven in here. So this is going to be a bit more forgiving in terms of moisture, but it's quite nice looking, isn't it? Lovely. This is actually stitched as well, so it's got this nice cyan blue piping around the edges. It's got a nice kind of, what do you call that, velour feel here. It's a different fabric. And then here with the T, the double T, and that's all stitched as well. Really nice, lovely. So I won't bore you, I'll take those screws off and then we'll come to the next bit. Right, so we've removed the 4 M8 screws as requested, and now we have to reveal the base in order to position the back. It's really nice. Position the back over there. So carefully. Let's have a look. What you don't want to do is put any pressure on those 2 rear spikes. I don't know what you call them in technical term, which is essentially where the back of the chair slots over the top. But this is really nice. They've even got a piece of cardboard printed over the seat to keep it nice and clean. And then these arm pieces, you've got these chrome attachments just to give an extra touch of class. Hopefully you can see this. So we just remove all the pieces. And as I say, do not remove this strap until the backrest has been secured. So we won't do that. We'll leave it where it is for whatever its purpose and design. So that's freed up the chair. And now this is going to be part where we attach the back to the base. Whew. My Destiny t-shirt that's taking some moisture pounding. So I've slid the back down onto the bracket as instructed, according to my huge poster which says slide the bracket on the right hand down on the right hand until it stops. Insert the M8 screws previously removed. So I'm going to just do what it doesn't recommend, because I want to see that I've got that locked in place, which I have. So now, using the tool, I'm grabbing one of the M8 screws, I'm going to start with the attachment backrest. Makes it so much easier. They provide you with everything, and it's not like previous chair that I had just so many screws that you had to put in place. It was a pain in the bottom. Whereas this one, so far, has taken next to no time at all. Might be a little adjustment there. Right then, so that's the seat attached to the back. It's looking amazing. Look at these two. These two pretty innocuous looking bits of plastic, but look at this. They just snap. They're magnets. The 2 magnets just snap to the rear over the top of the screw base, just to keep that nice and tight. There's no screwing needed. Just a lovely thought. There you go. Job done. Magnetically stuck in place. Absolutely fantastic. It's that kind of thought and attention to detail that makes this chair the leader in the market. So that's to come off. So that's been in place, keeping it nice and safe. And what it's been doing is it's been protecting, if I can just turn this over gently, didn't show you, it's been protecting this, which is what you use to obviously raise and lower the back. But before you can make it work, we have to remove a red screw which is living inside here, which is another great feature. Caution, it says, do not remove the screw until the backrest has been installed, which of course it has. So now remove the screw, just take a little tool and the bit and flip it around. There you go. Remove the red screw, which essentially is just holding that handle in place from moving in transit. It's already very, very loose. It's magnetic, which it is. Lovely, look at that. And that is just, I don't want to throw that away. Look at it, it's gorgeous. Let's put that up there. So I'm not going to do it, but that now allows us to manipulate the back, lift the chair, and gently set it facing downward, it says. So the next thing, I want to I want to lift the chair. I want to bring this recliner up. Ooh. There we go. There it is. Perfect. It's already looking just like it should do, which is absolutely stunning. Look at it. Beautiful piece of workmanship. Lift the chair and gently set it facing downwards again, which is pretty much what I had just now. But it's a piece of weight. It's not light. It's solid. Okay. Now we're going to attach the base. I'm actually going to go one stage further than their recommendation, which is to actually lift it up and pop it on this chair here, because that makes it a bit easier for me. We've got to attach the base. That's why I wanted to lift this thing up, because to be fair, that's heavy. And doing it on its side, trying to hold it in place and position the screws, it's asking for trouble. The 4 screws, there we go. So they are the 4 screws that we're going to use. Put this in place, and what I want to do is just get one to hold it, 1 or 2 to hold it in place. Wow. So it doesn't slide all over the place, and then we can fix the other 2. Just thumb tighten those. That's it. You don't ever want to do them too tight anyway, because the final one will never fit. So just get them a little bit thumb tight. Okay, that's in place. And then the final 2. Oh no, I just lost my little red screw. Come back! There we go. So, this is almost the final piece of the jigsaw here. It's great. I mean, again, the other chairs that I've put together recently, I've had to put the armrests on, and oh, it's been a pain. But this has come almost fully assembled. I mean, they've literally only taken apart the necessary bits to get it into one transportable box. So I'm super impressed. You know, I've had to kind of have a little look and work out what I need to do, but I reckon if you were going at this and you'd maybe put one together before and you weren't messing about with cameras and stuff, it's a half-an-hour job. The last one I put together took me 2 hours. So that puts that into perspective. I know I haven't finished yet, but I'm quietly optimistic. Right, there we go. I'm also quietly optimistic that I've got this the right way around, because The only thing I would say is there's no obvious right, forward or reverse, which I've had on back and front rather, which I've had on recent chairs. But I'm going to assume that's correct. And my little map, my little poster, kind of shows that being the case, I think. Yeah, I'm confident. It's all good. It's all good. Right, okay. So, line up the grooves inside. Okay, yeah, we've got to put these fellas on now. Where have they gone? Oh yeah. So back to our box of accessories, and these guys, I think they're identical, so it doesn't particularly matter which goes where. But I do want to make sure that they've either got a paddle forward or paddle back. Let's have a look on the map. It's difficult to tell. I guess you kind of want it to be paddle forward, don't you? Because that's, there we go, that went on very easily. Anyway, they'll come off again if needs be. There we go. That one's kind of loose, but that releases the height. That's a height adjuster. I'm not sure that one just yet, but we'll come back to that in a second. Good, so that's those. And lift up the assembled wheelbase and insert the hydraulic piston into the socket of the tilt mechanism. So this is it. This is the final piece of the manufacture. Get off as we pop this there. And that, my friends, is literally it. Well, I've got to turn it over, sit on it. But according to this, lift up the assembled wheelbase, insert the hydraulic piston, carefully tilt the chair upwards while holding the wheelbase and position it. Congratulations, you've assembled your SecretLab chair. Ta-da! Right, let me do this off camera because I just know something's going to go wrong. No, I don't, it'll be fine. And there it is, completed item. What do you think? Let's take a seat. Oh, that's nice. Oh yes. So I can adjust my arms. Let's adjust the back. Back goes all the way back. I'm really not trusting that. Most important thing. That locks the back. That's what that is. And then, okay, there we are, and that adjusts the height. Whew! Perfect. Well, there you go. Thank you ever so much for joining me in another Rokk unboxing. SecretLab Titan thingy bob. I never think it's a Titan fabric weave with the cyan piping. And I must admit, I like the feel of this chair already. It's feeling nice and comfortable. I'm going to lock it into a slight, there we go, just like that, you see. And these, I know there's all sorts of adjustments you can do with these handles. You can pull those in a bit if you want to. You can angle them out, which is pretty cool. Angle them in. Just, it works really nicely with me because I like to get quite close to the desk and use a mouse, but sometimes these just don't go underneath, so that's really cool. Oh, and of course the backrest, which I haven't even attempted yet, so let's see if I can feel that. definitely feel that. It's kind of lower. So if that's the base, it's kind of just above there, which this particular chair, I don't think you can adjust the height. There are some that you can not only pop it out, but lift it up. Of course, if you're, depending on how high you are, that could be important to you, but it's not a massive issue to me. So there you go, Rokk unboxing, a really comfortable chair. Look forward to it. I just realised, look at this, kind of matching here with my Destiny t-shirt. Look at that. Wow. Hope you enjoyed it. I recommend this chair. The only bit I haven't done is a little headrest. Let's do the headrest. Let's have a look. So, it's got a lovely feel. Not over the top. You don't have to do this. Not everybody wants this. But it's just a nice little touch. There you go. Absorb all the moisture. Pulling the chair together. Thank you for joining me. See you soon. Rokk out.